All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about audio here and how to properly use a lav. Now I've been shooting all of these tutorials with a lav. You can see it's taped to my chest right here. And I have the receiver end right here going into a Zoom recorder, which I had showed you previously. Now, a lav is a very convenient microphone, especially if you're shooting like a live event and you just want to have audio on somebody. A wireless lav makes it easy. It's just a great mic. And so the key to a lav, though, at least for me, it's a pet peeve, is I don't like to see the lav on people. You see a lot of like PBS and news interviews and that sort of thing. You always see a big lav mic sticking out of their shirt somewhere. I'm not a fan of that. So we want to try to hide the lav if we can. I didn't do a great job of it, but I taped the lav onto my chest, and then I knew with this top button, you wouldn't really see it much. The thing you have to be aware of and careful of course, is if you're putting it under their clothing like that, it's going to possibly do that. Rub up against their clothes. Now, there's a lot of different things you can do for that. There's companies that make tape and different types of materials that go over the microphone that conceal it. You can put it actually on their skin, and you can put clothing on top of that, and it prevents the rubbing sound. The other thing you do is just get creative with the placement of the mic. Sometimes I've hid mics, these mics typically have a clip on them. This one doesn't have a clip because I just taped it, but when they have a clip, you're able to clip it under like their collars somewhere where it's just not visible. I've hid it in women's hair. If their hair is down, I'll just hide it kind of back here. You just gotta be creative with where you put the mic. Make sure it's not going to get any sort of rubbing sound or anything like that, but try to conceal it and hide it. And the best way to do that is just to monitor the audio, obviously. Put it on them, listen to it, have them move around the way that they will when you're shooting them, and make sure there's no additional noise. The idea, though, is that you want to have the mic somewhere near their mouth, obviously. You don't want to put it like on the back of their neck. That's not going to work so well. But a lav like this will work well, even if it's not pointed directly at their mouth like other microphones. So that's just a quick rundown.